Hey crushers and incoming freshmen, it's that time of the year again to decide on your electives for the fall.
You'll be given a course card by your counselor to choose your electives.
Just a reminder that not all classes are open at every grade.
Speak to the teacher of the elective if you have any questions.
So when you're in this class, you watch videos to make sure you're certified safe for all the machines. All the machines are out behind us, and once you watch the videos, you can move on to learn how to make things like this pen. And then you use the machines and there's checkpoints. So you go through each step and then you make it and you end up finishing with something like this. Or we do cutting boards, we make boxes, and we've made a coat rack so far this year.
You just have to pay attention. It's not that hard to be successful. You just have to listen to the videos, answer the questions, and do your work.
What to expect in this class is to do a lot of hands-on work, a lot of cooking, and a bunch of partner work, which is really fun and a good way to get to know people and just to do a lot of projects. And the best way to be successful is to always do your work and show up, because you just get to have fun and cook amazing food.
In this class, you should expect a lot of hands-on learning and a lot of really fun projects that you do with your group. And how to be successful would be turn your stuff in on time and make sure that you're really applied in the class.
So one thing for the first year students is to be prepared to work with other people, be in groups, get ready for any tests or quizzes for Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, and being presentating with a group or by yourself, community building with everyone, and being able to talk and be social with the whole class, even the teacher. Sandor is an amazing teacher in this class. He helps everyone. He tries to communicate with everyone, help everyone, and just be open-minded. And will give you his opinion, but also you can also ask other people's opinions in your class. And then an advanced class this year from last semester that we worked on was Pink Out Day, Breast Cancer Awareness Day for Queen of the Valley, and making donations, raising money, and we did t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks for our Vintage High School students and for teachers and staffs.
The Advanced Print Shop class is going to be ran as a business. The students are more as employees rather than students, so it's ran as a job. Some things that we do in this class are senior sweatshirts, big game hoodies, and some student government stuff for them. Really any jobs that you get assigned. And then how to be successful is you need to actually pay attention and do your work.
Pet Science is a super fun class. We take some notes, and then after we do that, we do projects, and they're hands-on projects. And so sometimes we'll bring animals in. The teacher, Miss Powers, brings her dog sometimes, and we can work with them and get hands-on learning. It's a lot of fun.
We're talking about business, so to be successful in business, you just have to pay attention and do your work. Come ready, prepare to listen and take notes. What we learn how to do taxes, how old you should be to invest, real estate, networking, how to budget, how to use your money, and just be successful.
Leach's class, where we do business, where we learn financial literacy, how to build wealth, and how to continue building that. Just gotta come with a good attitude, be prepared, Chromebook, pencil, just prepared to listen and answer questions.
In the first year of digital media, you could expect to learn some basics about photography and videography. Some of these things are learning how to use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro. Adobe Photoshop will help you learn how to do certain things like edit lighting in photos and that basic things like that. And then Premiere Pro, you'll start to learn basics of video editing. You'll be sent out of the classroom a lot to take pictures around the campus, and you'll learn the basic art of photography and how to use a camera. We have a whole bunch of different kind of cameras here, so you'll get your experience using different kinds. You'll learn about the rule of thirds, you'll learn about lighting, you'll learn about framing a subject, all kinds of stuff. And then towards the second semester, you'll start getting more into video editing. So that's when the Adobe Premiere Pro comes in, and you could even make a short film and put it into the film festival at the end of the year, which the entire school could see if you wanted to. And to be successful in this class, just show up on time. Showing up on time is important because if you don't, you end up missing a lot of important information on how to do stuff.
In the second year of digital media, you get more chances to take Adobe certification exams like After Effects and Premiere Pro and whatever other ones you want to do. And this class is not like a normal class where it's like regimented assignments every day. It's more run like a studio. So whatever work you put in and how much time you put in, that's what you get out. And so we do a lot of projects for our school, so it would be like rallies or club days, whatever it is, like a school event. And then we also do stuff outside of school and in the community, like for the Napa Downtown Association. So we get to do a lot of cool things like that, so we get the experience of working in an actual work environment and dealing with clients and orders and stuff like that. So it's a very, very realistic class in terms of like supply and demand in terms of photography and videography. It also is a chance for you to do your own thing, play around with your freedom and your creativity and do projects on your own time. So the best way to be successful in this class is just stay dedicated, just be on top of your work and whatever project you are personally doing, and just have fun with it because you'll get some really cool end products.
What to expect from a French class is a lot of participation and a lot of speaking just to get really comfortable with the language. The sentence structures just kind of come naturally, and the way you speak it, you can really easily copy it from your teacher, and it's really easy to learn. It's super fun too.
You should expect a lot of speaking in class, mostly online work, and little to no homework. Also, fun activities.
What to expect coming into Honors Spanish Speakers 3 is to engage in class discussion as well as reading, writing, and speaking more. And ways to be successful in this class are by asking questions, joining in class discussions, and doing all of your assignments on time.
What to expect when you're in ASL is lots of interactive group projects, Flipgrids, Edpuzzles, and that's about it. It's not much.
What you should expect in sign language is to do lots of group projects, learn lots of signs, and to do Edpuzzles, Flipgrids, and how to be successful is make sure you pay attention, you use your hands a lot, do a lot of hands-on work, and yeah.
So in our Spanish class, what you would expect to do is you'd expect to learn basic vocabulary, also go over tenses and how to hold a basic conversation in Spanish. And then a way to be successful is just to study a little bit every night, and that really helps.
Something you can expect in Spanish class is to have a lot of projects, speaking Spanish in the projects especially, and something you can do to be successful in Spanish is definitely keep up with the daily homework.
What you could expect in physics class is a lot of work. A lot of work that may be challenging or different, but it can be really fun if you get the hang of it.
This class is a very fun class. To be involved in physics is such a hands-on activity, just like chemistry. But physics is a lot more than chemistry because there's a lot more math, but it's the fun aspects where you get to see what a ball can do, like going down a ramp, what's the effects, or even electricity, how that works. And I think to be successful in this class is just to pay attention and be hands-on and work together as a group, because many times you're going to be with a group and it's better to have more thoughts on the mind.
You can be successful in Ag Bio by paying attention, doing the labs, and studying for the upcoming tests, and just making sure that you're following everything she's teaching you.
You do labs, we do community service, and we work together for projects.
Expect a lot of experiments and a lot of hands-on stuff. And to be successful, you gotta pay attention and read all the notes and make sure to follow along to everything.
You can expect a lot of experiments, a lot of hands-on type things, and a lot of movement around the classroom. And a thing to get a good grade for that class and what you need to do is a lot of reading and paying attention closely.
Oceanography is a class where you learn about marine mammals and organisms that live and thrive in our oceans. And to be successful, definitely I think you should just be prepared to learn and ask questions if needed. There's a lot of stuff going on which is just amazing, and I really love this class so much.
Oceanography does a lot of projects, as you can see, and those projects you work with teammates, classmates. It's a really fun class. Like, you expect to actually do a lot of work and be there, but you get to have fun with classmates, ask questions, maybe go on field trips.
What to expect in anatomy? I would say writing a lot of notes, doing a lot of group work, and some projects. And how to be successful, I would say read your notes, and that's about it.
What to expect in anatomy and physiology? I'd say a lot of note-taking and a lot of group projects. You want to be a bit more social for this class. And how to be successful is a lot of studying and memorization. You got to memorize a ton of bones, muscles, nerves, and all that. And also just don't be afraid to ask questions. I'd say Wagner, the teacher, is very open to questions.
Psychology and peer support are about learning about yourself, making connections, providing mentorship, and doing community outreach.
In psychology, we learn about all kinds of things: human behavior, wellness activities and reflections, and class bonding. Within the psychology class is also outreach program, where you get to volunteer 1 day a week at an elementary school, special needs class, TA, or mentoring.
Peer support is a program that provides mentorship for students at Vintage and also for students at all the middle schools across Napa. Besides mentorship, there are also leadership opportunities in the class with separate projects and fundraisers that we do to spread mental health awareness. The best part is that we have fun together by bonding as a class and also engage in wellness activities to better our self-care.
So how to be successful in AVID is, I would say most importantly, build community with your peers, because they're the ones who are going to be guiding you and be supporting you throughout your journey, because your classmates or peers are your biggest support, I would say, in the class. And what you can expect in AVID, just set you up to have a good path school-wise.
At Vintage High School, there is a weightlifting class that you can take, which is here in the weight room. It's over by P6 by Leeches, and the big gym and the small gym. They're pretty close to each other. In this class, everybody has some goal in life, and me personally, it was to start getting into fitness and working out more. If you expect to take this class, do not expect high expectations. You're gonna start somewhere. You're not gonna have, this huge strength. I mean, you might, but it's really rare. The biggest thing I can say about this class is if you wanna be successful, just work your butt off, work as hard as you can. And if you're scared or you don't know where to start, then it's more than okay to ask people around you who are more experienced.
So here at Weight Room in Vintage High School, you're going to be learning how to improve yourself by just getting stronger, your endurance. If you want, you can learn how to get bigger muscles. You can learn how to just get stronger different ways. You learn a lot of different people in this class as well. Like, for example, I met my friend Mateo here. I didn't know him at all, but we just started talking. He gave me some advice, I gave him some advice. And through that, we just became acquaintances and kind of some friends. A lot of people will push you in this class as well. If you're not motivated at all, you could talk to some buddies and be like, hey, you want to work out with me? And they'll be like, yeah, dude, let's go. And then you're just going to start to work out. And it's honestly really fun. You can mess around in this class just a little bit too. Yeah, that's just some of the things to expect here at Weight Room and Vintage.
AP classes are really kind of just what you make them. You can get a lot out of them if you are dedicated to what you're doing and interested in it, and do your homework and respect your classmates and your teacher. It doesn't have to be a ton of work if you use your time wisely, but definitely expect, an adjustment period from maybe what you're used to hopping into AP. And AP can definitely prepare you well for college and get you going with good study habits and all of that to set you up for success in the future.
If you're in an AP class, you can expect there to be a lot of different assignments and a lot of variety of work, but also a lot of people in there that have the same motivations as you and that will plan to go down similar paths in life or that will plan to help you with your assignments. A lot of different teachers will help you with different forms of work and will provide you different assignments that will help you grow in various ways. And if you plan to succeed in an AP class, make sure that you're a person that's consistently discussing things with others, that is always willing to ask questions, not be afraid to make mistakes, and is willing to grow. Because as you go down the line in AP classes and as you learn more from the different curriculums your teachers give you, you will use those skills as you go into college and advance into your eventual career.
So yearbook class is easy if you're willing to take risks, like take pictures, go to games, and get out of your comfort zone, because you gotta talk to people and interview them to get their quotes. So overall, it's very easy, so you gotta take it if you like this type of classes.
Okay, so there are like different roles you can take on in yearbook. You either have to be someone who's willing to go to games and events and take pictures, or you need to be someone who's willing to interview people and call them out of class to get quotes and get names for the photos.
Varney, I teach the academic skills and study class. What can you expect daily? This is an hour to work on your own homework, an hour to work on assignments that your teachers give you during the school day, and I'm here to help. To be successful in this class, you've got to be willing to ask for help, and you've got to be willing to bring some materials. But as you can see by everyone in this room, everyone kind of works at their own speed and pace. It's a fun class, and it's an easy class, but it also helps you get your homework done before you go home.
As an academic tutor, you can expect to help mentor students coming into Vintage High School, help them with their math homework, any other school projects. To be successful, you must be a good student yourself, be responsible, caring, and be ready to help new students be successful like yourself.
So for leadership in ASB, we basically plan a lot of the events we do at school here, like rallies, dances. We put up posters at football games and basically just collaborate with students and teachers. And then if you want to be successful in leadership, you definitely want to have an open mind and just be ready to collaborate with anybody.
So what to expect in leadership is to be all hands-on on all parts of the school. So whether that's games, rallies, any event that kind of goes on campus, you're part of it. And to be successful, you really just have to put yourself out there and be ready to do it all.
So what you can expect from our class is an open environment where you can be whoever you want to be able to express how you feel however you want and come up with as many fun ideas as you can. And to be successful, you have to be able to embrace the process of being creative and being open and being real about your life and who you are with classmates who are doing the exact same thing and working together to be vulnerable.
What you should expect in art class is a really accepting and awesome environment to be doing class in, and a lot of nice people that you get to meet. And you can succeed just by really doing your work and getting it in on time. Also having creative and thoughtful ideas and thinking about prompts when you get them.
So people tend to think of drama as acting, but we do a lot of things in this department. You can be in the tech crew, which does the lighting and the sound, or you can work backstage and build our sets and our props and all of the fun stuff. We also have makeup and costume departments, which are super fun, as well as learning to act. So you kind of get the whole everything. And it's really not that difficult to be successful in this class. You just have to listen to what Mr. Varney says and get your homework done on time. And he's usually pretty easy about due dates if you have other projects that you're doing. We run 2 to 3 shows per year with a couple of little events sprinkled in. So he'll give you extra credit for being involved in those as well. And yeah, we have fun.
So in drama, we do a variety of different things. A lot of people think it's just about the acting, but there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes. Personally, I am the head of the set and shop department, and we focus a lot on building the sets and pieces of the set. We're building a chandelier for Phantom of the Opera right now. There's also the makeup and wardrobe departments. They create all the costumes and the makeup that you see on the actors on stage. And then we have the people in the booth. They're responsible for all of the beautiful lighting and the amazing sound that we get during our shows. So it's not just about the acting. There's a lot of different stuff you can do. And then To be successful in drama, it does require dedication. You have to be able to like show up to rehearsals and commit like actual time to being here, to like creating, and you have to be willing to put effort into creating art, because like drama is an art form.
Some things to expect when joining band is being able to pick up an instrument and still learning how to play an instrument and making friends along the way, and overall just having a good time. Like that's just the #1 key. It doesn't matter if you're the best at your instrument. We want you to have a great time. That's all we do. And then some things to be successful is practicing on your own. Practice does make perfect, so we do a lot of concerts, and practicing, taking your instrument home after school might just be the way to go.
So in joining Color Guard, you'll be expected to learn flags, and you'll be able to perform in football games, rallies, and other performances. For Color Guard, you'll be able to learn flag, like I mentioned, and then rifles and sabers and other little instruments, little streamers. One thing that's expected of you when you're doing it is your devotion and your time, as it's going to take a lot of your time. We have practices every Wednesday and Mondays during football season, and then after that we have Spring Guard, which you can join after to be able to perform at other rallies and have an opportunity to be able to learn more.
When it comes to dance, about wanting to be successful, it's really about hard work and working with everybody else in the program. And it's also really important to treat everyone like a family. That's really important as well.
One thing to expect when you're in dance class is your teacher, Miss Sullivan, to push you hard, do your best, give you the best corrections. And one way to be successful is to just try your best and do whatever you can to be close to perfect.
Hi. When you join choir, you can expect to start out in the beginning choirs, where you can learn sight reading and get exposure in the keyboard lab, which is pretty cool. From there, you can work your way up into the intermediate choirs like Disney choir, which gives us opportunities to go to Disneyland and perform there, and concert choir, which is where we do our musical every other year. There we can spend time outside of school too during choir, so that's pretty cool too. From there, we work your way up into the advanced choirs like chamber and vocal music workshop, which have their own little excursions outside of concerts, which are really cool. You get to perform for like smaller groups, so that's pretty cool. And the more you work with choir, you get more exposure from like different genres of music too. You can take multiple choirs at once and get experience in like more Disney music or choral music, which is pretty cool.
In order to be successful in choir, the most important thing is to be cooperative and be able to work with your peers. You don't have to sing like Whitney Houston or have a background in music, because there's choir levels for everybody. You just really have to be able to connect with what you're doing and be able to connect with your peers and work together to create something amazing.